Genesis chapter 49, verse 9. Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art going up. He stoopeth down, he croucheth as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? And Judah being the main tribe, the head tribe of the Israelites. And what inspired me to do this lesson was, I'm a football fan, or a fan of football. I watch it sometimes, but not like I used to, because mainly my main focus now is truth. And I understand it's just entertainment, but, we have to entertain ourselves in some ways to kind of, help us deal with, other things that we, dealing with is stress, And so we do watch sports and all these other things, but it's not our main focus. We're not a fanatic like some of these Jakes, man. That's all they know is football. They know stats, statistics, and all these other things, but they don't know the Bible. They don't know their heritage. They don't know who they are. And like I said, I was watching the Miami game. Before the game, they were talking about how Tyreek Hill had got arrested. Anybody that's a fan of football, they know that Tyreek Hill, he's one of the top, if not the best receiver out there on the field right now. Probably one of the best players out there in the field in the league right now. Guy has phenomenal speed, man, and he's powerful. He's low built to the ground and damn near unguardable, uncheckable out there on the field. But even him as being as big of a star as he is, and he's probably from the tribe of Judah, but which is the head and chief tribe. And here was all his power and his wealth. If anybody's seen the video, they tackle him down, they put him down on the ground just before the game now. Everybody's watching this this superstar now. I think one of his teammates came to his rescue, one of the big linemen. And, these Roman guards, or really these cops down there, they put him in check, They shut him down. With all that power and all that, their strength, they left pretty much left defenseless. And so that's like that line, man, that line that's been broken. You go to a circus, you see a line, and, you got these little small Edomite people walking around and leading the line and, controlling them, making them do little tricks and shit like that. That's what Jake is right now. Jake is that lion, man, that's been caged up, that don't know his power. And our power comes through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And that shows the strength and the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. With all that power we have, and Lord has brought us down to a lower state, that all these other nations look down on us, man. That, they regard us with no dignity, man. We become a byword to these other nations. And as Lord said he was going to do that, and look at how he's got Jake in that state now today. With all his power, man, and all his strength that these athletes have, man, they still treat it, worse than second class, So let me go to Leviticus chapter 26, verse 36. I'm trying to get this lesson, man. My allergy is killing me this morning, man. And upon them that are left alive of you, I will send a faintness into their heart, into the land of their enemies. And a sound of a shaken leaf shall chase them, and they shall flee as they fling from a sword, and they shall fall when none pursueth them. And that's how Jake is today, man. Jake in this society, man, Jake is still held captive, man. It's like those slave catchers come after you. You driving your car, even I don't care what high class you think you are today, you drive, especially if you're driving a nice car in some of these communities, man, and when those slave catchers get behind you, I'm talking about the police, aka the police, when they get behind you, man, even if you don't turn them lights on, you just kind of get a sinking feeling in your heart, man. And automatically like a rush come over you. You praying that this man don't pull you over because you don't know what kind of bad day he may have had or whatever. And it could easily go south at any time because you don't know if there's a race soldier that's behind you that's ready to take you out. And that's how it is for a lot of these athletes and entertainers, man. They brag about how they got it going on, they got the houses and their cars and all that. But at the end of the day, man, they still treat you as niggas, man. And they count you as such. And that tells you, that goes to show you, man, this is not our rest, man. I don't care what type of riches you have, man. You're not free in this society, man. And that's why we look forward to the kingdom to come. That's why a lot of Jakes are getting passports. They're getting the hell out of the country, and they're trying to find their freedom elsewhere. And I get it, man. What Jake would want to be here during his time, and plus this place is going to be destroyed. But no matter where we go, you're still going to be treated as a second-class citizen. Especially if you dark, you melanated, coming from here, man. They still going to treat you second class, man. It's not the same type as being here. When these Edomites just totally despise you, because that goes back to Jacob and Esau. But in these other nations, though, they still look at you as being foreigners, man. So we're not going to be settled until the Lord comes back and bring us to our homeland, man. We're not going to have that sense of freedom until Yahweh Shah comes back and crack them clouds. Until then, we're going to be always, like it says in the scriptures, a shaken leaf shall chase them, and they shall flee as fleeing from a sword, and then shall fall when none pursueth. It's that fear in the back of your mind, man. We have no strength in this society, man, in this kingdom. And they have demonized and made our people into, being totally defenseless. They took away all your strength. The Lord allowed it to happen so that we can rely on his power, man, our true power. Our power doesn't come through ways of carnality, man. It comes through spirituality. And once we tap into that, we're going to be all right once you tap into your true power. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 49. The Lord Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from afar, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Who's that nation, man? Talking about Esau, Edom. And what's this bird that he like to use to represent his nation, man? It's always the eagle, man. Whether it be Britain, Great Britain, America, all these, they always use, back to the time of Rome, they always use the eagle. A nation of fierce countenance shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. They don't care how old you are. They'll beat the old woman down, if she get pulled over at night. I've seen videos, where they beat the old woman down, man. Tase them and put all type of pepper spray them, and this ain't your rest, Jake. I don't care how much you think you assimilated and equal in this society, man. And you believe them lies of those pastors and those preachers, of old, like Martin Luther King and them telling you that, we're going to be walked equal, little boy and little girl, with them. That's bullshit, man. It's not going to happen. Lord's not going to allow it to happen. Plus, these devils despise you, man. They hide it, but they despise you. And thou shalt become an astonishment, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 37. And thou shalt become a astonishment, a proverb, a byword among all the nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee. What do they call you? Niggas, spics, Hispanics, Latinos, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Jamaicans, wetbacks, and the list goes on and on, man. Now, what they call us now, we're African Americans. We all over the place, but anything but who we're supposed to be. We are Hebrew Israelites, man. That's who we are. That's our nationality. The Lord had prophesied that happened in Deuteronomy way back during that time, man, that if we didn't follow the law, statutes, commandments, this was going to become of us. That's how we know we them people. We're going to lose all our heritage, man, who we are, and they're going to call us everything but who we are, who we supposed to be. Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Arise, ye, and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. First, before I keep going, let me damn, I thought I put it in here. The video of Tyreek Hill when they arrested him. But I didn't put it in here, but it's okay. I'm just gonna hit these precepts. But and you know, the things that he could have done, like I said, you have to agree with your adversary, man. When they pull you over, he was in the wrong for speeding. Just agree with him. Roll the window down, put your hands out, I don't care. Because you think that you made it in the society, you think they're gonna treat you different, and you a Jake. Now it might be different if you Edomite, but you being a Jake, they really gonna put down on you. I think those ones that pulled them over, um, they were you can tell by the accents they were Cubans. But you got a lot of white Cubans that came down and run South Florida, man. And that's the Edomites that's ruling down there in Cuba. And they really can't stand you Jakes down there, man. Down in South Florida, down in Miami, shit. They run that shit. So he think that he can keep his winter roll up, and you know they're gonna give him grace and mercy, man. He lucky he didn't get shot. You know, had it been nighttime, they might have, they might have put a couple of them in him. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from afar. Okay, I read that. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all the nations where the Lord shall lead thee. And read that. Okay. Okay, I was in Micah 2 and 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with the sword of destruction. So this is not our rest, man. I don't care how much money you got, and money is a hedge of protection, but not for you Israelites, man. They can come take your shit anytime, any day. You know, you see Jakes all the time, man. These stars, the entertainers on TV, you know, in the videos crying, you know, making videos about their child support. They took all their money, they took their houses and all that type shit. You know, it just goes to show you you're not celebrated in society, man. They use you, Jake. They use these entertainers, man, to keep you, Jake, pacified, man, thinking that you somewhat are equal. But they come right back and remind you, man. They give you your nigga wake up call, man, and that's what Tyreek Hill got, and that set the precedence for the whole league, man. All them Jakes, man, they think they made it. It reminded them right then and there, man. You need to stay in your lane, man. Don't get out of pocket. The book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 18. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath. But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. So them gold, their silver, and all these things that Jake has, man, is not going to be able to save you, man. Especially when the Lord comes back in time of Jacob's trouble, man. These guys gonna be left hanging out there, man, because they put their trust in Egypt. They put their trust in their wealth. St. Matthew chapter 11, verse 17. And saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented. So, you know, I'm quite sure down in Miami, you know, we got the brothers out there on the highways and byways, man. I'm quite sure that them athletes done rode past and see them brothers out there, man, teaching the word of the Lord, man, trying to warn our people. You know, they ride on by and they roll the windows up. They probably, some of them even mock those them brothers out there that's trying to warn them. I'm quite sure they seen the videos, man. But Jake think that because of his talent that he has or his money that he can assimilate in society, and he's going to be treated like these Edomites, man. Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her her recompense. So we are supposed to mentally, spiritually separate ourselves from this place, man, and not count ourselves as the heathen, but as the elect, you know. repent and follow after the ways of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Let me see if I can pull up a video real quick of Tyreek Hill being arrested, man. Like I said, anytime you face your adversary.
Wide receiver Tyreek Hill pulled over and cuffed on the side of the road right outside the Hard Rock Stadium on his way to the game. And the Miami-Dade Police Department announcing an immediate review of the incident and placing one of the officers involved on administrative duty. So let's get right over to Will Manson.
And nothing's going to happen
at the
to
Hard
those
Rock
officers,
Stadium
man.
with the latest on Hill's detainment. Will.
Well, the Dolphins are no stranger to controversy and drama over the years, but this one may top them all. Just hours before their season opener, and here outside of Hard Rock Stadium, their star receiver Tyreek Hill, the man who was just recently voted the best player in the NFL by his colleagues, was put into handcuffs by police. And the question now remains, why?
Keep your window down. Keep your window down, I'm going to get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Dolphins star wide receiver Tyreek Hill slowed down before even stepping onto the field. The scene just outside of the stadium captured on cell phone video by stunned fans as Hill was detained by police, even taken to the ground and handcuffed. Hill played the game and said this afterwards about the incident.
I've been trying to figure that out too, man. Right now I'm still trying to put it all together. It wasn't disrespectful, you know, because my mom didn't raise me that way. Didn't cuss. I don't want to bring race into it, but sometimes it gets kind of iffy when you do. You feel me? So what if I wasn't Tyreek Hill? Lord knows, like, what that guy or guys would have did. You feel me? I was just making sure that, you know, I was doing what my uncle always told me to do whenever you in a situation like that. Just listen. Put your hands on the steering wheel. Just listen.
Hill was stopped by Miami-Dade police for a driving violation and eventually cited for reckless driving. I drove past the scene on my way to the game and saw Hill's agent, Drew Rosenhaus, by his side. We spoke to him on the field a short time later.
There's no criminal charges. He wasn't arrested. He just got a ticket.
You think because he's Tyreek Hill, you know, and he might have been saved, you know. Lord didn't send that death angel at him at that time, but it had been the right place and right circumstances. You know, when so many cameras out there, he might have got taken out. It might have been a whole lot worse. But yeah. So Jake is that lion, man. You know, all that power and all that strength, it can't save you, man. It's not gonna save you in the society. Only gonna be Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. So with that being said, hopefully this lesson edifying. With that, say shalom.